Let's see.
Ist jung, die Stimme schreit freundlich, so bleibet hier, wir spielen auf, was Altes, was Neues, träumen den unmöglichen Traum, heute Nacht im Schutze dieses Raums. The world outside can make its own madness, but here we'll hide the world away. No headlines, no deadlines will make them disappear while you're here. In the beauty of this night, forget the one who loved you, who lied and left you, forget the love you almost had. But if we must remember the way it left us, we'll make it feel good. Das Licht der Leuchter schimmert und führt uns in eine andere, weite Welt von Wünschen und Träumen, vom unmöglichen Traum. Heute Nacht im Schutze dieses Raums.
Hello, and welcome to an evening of music, of wishes, of dreams, of places we'd like to go, of places we wish we could go, of places we don't want to go. An evening of dreaming, just of thoughts. Here in this room, for this moment, it's just us and what we make of it.
Forget the one who loved you, and lied and left you, forget the love you almost had. But if you must remember the way it left you, will make it feel good to feel bad. The light around shimmers and leads us into another special world of wishes, of dreaming. We're all alone tonight while we're here in the beauty of this room. While we're here in the beauty of this room.
The theme for today is wishing and dreaming. There is a musical where a young man called Freddie walks down a street, very simple and straight. But because the girl who he loves lives over there. The street is suddenly something different, a different place. I know I've felt that, I'm sure you have, when all of a sudden the person who you looked over, how you doing, is all of a sudden, hi, and you can't talk, and you feel kind of, and that's what Freddie sings about when he says, I have often walked on the street where you lived, but never like this.
I have often walked down the street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once and I several stories high, just 'cause I'm on the street where you live. Are there lilac trees in any other part of town? The birds sing so sweetly anywhere in town. Let the people stare, I don't care, 'cause I can be here on the street where you live. And oh, the towering feeling, just to know somehow you are here. That overpowering feeling, just to know that any moment you might appear. I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stayed beneath my feet before. All at once and I several stories high, just 'cause I'm on the street where you live.
I may take a second to just introduce myself. My name is Chris Murray, and I have the great pleasure of being accompanied by Hannes Schultz at the piano. And now, if I may ask the beautiful Kerstin Löcker to be on stage. In the same piece, My Fair Lady, there was a great emotion. There's a great scene where this very uneducated, simple person gets brought into high society and dances and has so much fun that when she comes home, she goes, I could have danced all night, I could have partied, I could have had fun, I could have... Kerstin Löcker, and I could have danced all night.
Ich will noch nicht ins Bett, wer legt sich hin, der so auf Wolken schläft? Schlaf, Schlaf, ich denk nicht mal an Schlaf, und wenn ihr mir die Kronjuwelen gebt, ich hätt getanzt heute Nacht, die ganze Nacht, heute Nacht, so gern und noch viel mehr. Ich hätt mir viel erlaubt, von dir bis heute geglaubt,
Our next thought takes us to The Man of La Mancha. I don't know if you know this wonderful, incredible book and musical, but it is one of my personal favorites. The Man of La Mancha is a piece not about people who walk around, it is a piece about life. It's a piece about how you should think about life. The first part, I am I, Don Quixote. I'm going to be singing in German. I would like to tell you what it means, what I'm saying, in case you don't understand the German as well. What he says is, listen to me, all of you out there. I, Don Quixote, throw down the gauntlet to you, because you are wrong. I don't care if it is because it's the right thing to do, because everybody else tells you shouldn't do it. It's because it's right. Some of the things in life you have to do because they're right, and not because other people gave you money to do it or gave you money not to do it. In the piece, Don Quixote is playing this fakery with everybody in prison. And he's saying, oh, you have to think, you have to dream, you have to this and that. And one of the prisoners says, what are you doing? And he looks at him and he says, you know, in real life I was a soldier. I fought in many wars. I worked at many jobs. And sometimes in the middle of battle a soldier would fall. I would go to him, I would pick him up, and he would look at me, and I would look into his eyes. And as he was dying, he did not say, why am I dying? He looked at me and said, why did I live? And that is the most important question to ask yourself. And that's why he said, the reason we should be doing what we're doing is because you shouldn't see life the way it is, but the way it should be.
Hört mich Heiden und Hexen, satanische Wut, eure Schandtaten sind nun vorbei. Eine schleudert sein Banner, entfaltend ein Held, den Handschuh der Fehde dir zu. Ich bin ich, Don Quixote, der Herr von La Mancha, das Schicksal ist Ruf und ich gehe, und der Sturm mit der Verlisten trage mich vorwärts, wohin noch immer er will, wohin noch immer er will. Du weißt der Weg, den ich gehe. Hört mich Heiden und Hexen, satanischer Wut, eure Schandtaten sind nun vorbei. Mein Wille flammt auf in hochheiliger Blut, was Tugend die Siegerin sei. Ich bin ich, Don Quixote, der Herr von La Mancha, das Schicksal ist Ruf und ich gehe, und der Sturmwind der Verrissen trage mich vorwärts, wohin noch immer er will, wohin noch immer er will. Ruhm heißt der Weg, den ich gehe.
But the main point is, to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear the unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest.
scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to strive for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that our hearts will lie peaceful and calm when we're laid to our rest. For the world will be better for this, than just one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
Sometimes it is the noblest to reach for the stars in every part and point of your life, be it the tiniest little thing of doing that extra shopping for your partner or making that breakthrough. It's reaching for something. It's doing it and not sitting. Now I have the pleasure of asking Kerstin Löcker to come out again to sing for us something about when you have reached, when you have done, when you have the memories of it. And once again, I remind us of that street where that young man walked and went, oh, this street is so much more special now. And she comes out and says, my goodness, the memories. I remember the way this street used to look. I remember the morning. I remember love. Kerstin Löcker with Memory.
Midnight, not a sound from the pavement, as the moon lost her memory. She is smiling alone in the light. understand why happiness is. Look, a new day has begun.
In the next number, I can ask Kerstin to come out here again, and she will sing for us the song from Lucy, who's in the musical Jekyll and Hyde. We will have two different numbers here. First, Lucy, who met Dr. Jekyll, who in the story, in this version, the musical version of the Jekyll and Hyde story, there are two girls. There's the kind of sexy, sinful courtesan of the night girl, and then there's the very, ooh, everything's got to go like Daddy says girl. So he is caught between these two worlds, the dark and the light. Right now, Kerstin will sing for us a girl from the dark side who has seen light in her life by meeting Dr. Jekyll. Not Mr. Hyde, that's the other guy. She meets Dr. Jekyll and goes, oh my goodness, that's actual niceness. Somebody who's not a schmuck. Somebody who doesn't want something. Here you go, honey. It's something unbelievable that she's never encountered before. Ideal love. Something you actually only dream about. And so she sings a song called, If Someone Like Me Could Be With Someone Like You, oh my goodness, what a world that could be. Kerstin Löcker.
Durchs Fenster Leben vergehen und träum von morgen, was soll geschehen? Spüre Vergangenes, das mich noch stets beklemmt. Ich schlendere in verlorener Welt. Ich will ins Licht und trau mich nicht. Doch wenn jemand wie du sich findet in mir, wird plötzlich klar, nichts bliebe wie es einmal war. Mein Herz trägt mich fort und ich fühle mich frei, wenn
Earlier in the evening, Jekyll is searching for a cure to save his father. He believes that his father's in a catatonic state. He's in one of these, did anyone here see the film Awakenings? The one about the doctor who found some medicine where it was played by Robin Williams, where all the patients all of a sudden came up from this catatonic state and they could talk and they could walk. And then sadly enough, they sunk back into that catatonic state. And that is the state that Jekyll's father is in. And he thinks that if he could separate the good from the evil, then the evil that is besetting his father, that is stopping him from existing, that he could save his father. And he's very frustrated. And he said, and he yells at all the people in the hospital commission who don't want to allow him to do his darn experiments. Because he's got to try out his serum. He has to do what he has to do to get the job done. They don't believe in him. His father-in-law doesn't believe in him. The only one who really does is Lisa, his fiancée, the good one. Lisa is always there for him. He says in this duet, he's, sometimes I have my visions, I have my dreams, I have my thoughts, I tell them to people, and it's as if I'm throwing dog food at their feet. It's nothing. They go, yeah, that's nice, idiot. He is frustrated. He says, take me the way I am. And she goes, I see you. Take me the way I am. And then we will be fine. Just believe in our love. It is the duet, Take Me As I Am, from Jekyll and Hyde.
Manchmal hab ich meine Visionen sicher am Ziel, sicher im Leben, aber das Ziel, wo soll es wohnen? Wer kann uns Antwort geben? Reißt mich mein Schmerz quälend entzwei? Wer außer dir hört den Schrei? Du weißt, wer ich bin. Nimm mich, wie ich bin.
Sieh meinen Blick und dann erzähl mir, dass du mich siehst und keine Fremde. Sieh nur das Glück und es erzählt dir nie. Wird uns Liebe leid tun, denn dieser Traum wird für uns wahr. Liebe und Glück sind so nah. Du weißt, wer ich bin. Nimm mich, wie ich bin. Erfüllt
Das Schicksal unserer Träume
nicht.
der Liebe Weg führt uns ins Leben. Schenk mir dein Herz, gib mir die Hand, schwör mir das ewige Wort. Du weißt, wer ich bin.
Du weißt, wer ich bin.
Das ist, was ich Nimm mich, wie ich bin.
Now, we've come to the close of the program. We have 3 selections from a very special musical. That was We Are Here in the Wartburg. The Wartburg was built by the father-in-law of Saint Elizabeth. You may know Saint Elizabeth, die Heilige Elisabeth, as the patron saint of all hospitals and all caregivers, a lot of caretakers. She is known as one of the most embodiments of mercy and of kindness. Someone who said, regardless of who you are and what you are, you should help. If you see someone there, help. I had the great pleasure of doing the world premiere 3 years ago of a musical called Elizabeth, the Legend of a... Would you translate that? I've never thought of that. Legende einer Heiligen. The Legend of a Saint. Downstairs, interestingly enough, if you look at this building, I'm sure you all did a Führung here, did a guided tour. This here is all 19th century. This is all beautiful and everything. But Elizabeth actually lived here, 2 floors down. In that room that's all full of the gold mosaics. That's where she lived. And it's actually an unbelievable thing to be singing 3 numbers now from a musical about her life. We played 160 some odd performances down at the theater in the summer. All of them sold out. It was a huge, huge hit. So to be singing this right here, right now, is actually kind of a special thing, because when do you get to stand in La Mancha singing Man of La Mancha? Or to stand in, that's why it's kind of a cool thing. So I will ask Kerstin to come on stage, who will sing Elizabeth for us. And Elizabeth, as you may know or may not know, was brought here to this castle. Actually, they lived down in town during the summer. Actually, no, during the winter they lived in town, and during the summer, a lot of times they were up here. The only building that really existed was the one we're in right now. All the front, all the Fachwerkhäuser, they were not there. There was just a wall that basically ran around. There were a couple of places where they would keep the cows and the horses and that type of stuff, but nothing interesting. So the building we're in right now is really where she probably thought these thoughts. And the song she's going to sing is called Hol mich heim. Please take me home. She was brought here as a 5-year-old. At that time, diplomacy with my daughter, my son here, we would marry him off, and this way the 2 countries would be together. Her father was the king of Hungary, of Ungarn. And he said it would be great to have an alliance with the house here, the Ludowinger. And so he sent his 5-year-old daughter. Now I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old daughter, the little white thing over there. I cannot imagine sending my 5-year-old on a horse and carriage loaded with gold as a gift to marry some king somewhere who I've never met. I cannot imagine the heartbreak, and I can't imagine my little 4-year-old, 5-year-old, who's called Noelle, wondering where Daddy is. And that's what she does in this song. We naturally can't, in the musical, didn't have a 5-year-old singing the song. So the child arrived in the musical, and then she kind of walked off stage. And Elizabeth, the adult, came in and said what the child was thinking. Hol mich heim. I'm part of the royalty. Everybody bows down in front of me. Everybody thinks I'm special, but I don't belong here. I don't want to be here. And I will be over here, and I sing, which is kind of there's a storyteller in it. And he says the words, nobody hears your calls. It's just a cry in the wilderness, but cry you must. Kerstin Löcker with Hol mich heim.
Außerhalb des Kreises, in einem angeborenen Bann, eine unsichtbare Grenze, die ich nicht durchbrechen kann. es schließen sich die Türen, die doch nie offen standen. Ich gehöre nicht hierher, aber wo gehöre ich hin? Immer wieder kann ich spüren, wie ungewollt ich bin. Dann will ich verschwinden, unsichtbar sein und warten, bis mich irgendwann die Nacht in ihre Träume holt, in die ich flüchten kann. Dann stehe ich auf und husche leise aus meiner Kammer hinaus in den Wald. Im Dunkel der Luft liegt ein Versprechen, das hat mir ein Stern am Himmel gemacht. Dann laufe ich ins Tal, hinaus aus der Stadt, in den Wald über Felder und Auen. Ich laufe und laufe, ohne dabei nur ein einziges Mal zurückzuschauen. Dann höre ich eine Stimme, die mich beim Namen nennt, fremd und doch vertraut. Wer bist du, der mich kennt? Bist du ein leiser Ruf der Heimat? Dann sag mir, wo gehör ich hin? Zeig mir den Weg, bring mich hier weg, dorthin, wo ich zu Hause bin. Hol mich durch den Nebel der Erinnerung kommt jemand auf mich zu, schemenhaft, verschwommen. Vater, bist das du? Wo warst du all die Jahre? Hast du mich nie vermisst? Ich hatte solche Angst davor, dass du mich irgendwann vergisst. Jetzt erkenne ich dich, du bist ganz nah. Mein Leben lang habe ich die Tage gezählt, doch jetzt bist du da. Vater, wie sehr hast du mir all diese Jahre gefehlt. Der Trost deiner Stimme, der Schutz deiner Hände geht nie wieder fort. Ich halte dich fest, bleibe bei mir, ich lasse nicht zu, dass du mich noch einmal verlässt. Hol mich an. Wohin soll ich gehen vor deinem Geist? Wohin soll ich fliehen vor deinem Angesicht? Führe ich gen Himmel, so bist du da. Nehme ich Flügel der Morgenröte und bliebe am äußersten Meer, so würde auch dort deine Hand mich führen und deine Rechte mich halten. Kann ich mich auf dich verlassen? Gibst du mir Zuflucht, längst mein Geschick? Wenn ich falle, wirst du mich fassen, hast du mich, Gott? In deinem Blick, dann hol mich ein, hol mich ein.
stay with Elizabeth, who, by the unbelievable luck of fortune, actually meets someone who loves her, which was very rare at that time, that you actually married the person you loved. She was brought here, literally, to marry a Ludwig, who was the son of the Fürst here. He died. So she was kind of lost, because there was nothing more useless than a child who was brought to marry someone who is dead. Luckily, the next son in line thought she was rather cute. Ludwig der Heilige, as he's called, Ludwig the Holy One. He wasn't quite that holy because he actually stomped around and killed people all day. But because he was associated with her, who was an unbelievable example of love and kindness, they call him Ludwig the Holy One. His gravestone is, by the way, in the big, huge church there, which down in the Georgenkirche. In this song, she sings on their wedding night. They've had all the pomp and circumstance, and everybody's gone, "You're wonderful, wonderful, goodbye." They're back in their bedroom. They're together. He's sleeping, and she gets up in the middle of the night and goes, "Oh, you really saved the world for me, because I thought I was lost. I love you so much." Kerstin, Löcker.
Solange ich denken kann, war ich allein. Ich habe zu früh erfahren, was es heißt, einsam zu sein, einsam und schutzlos zu sein. Und so stolper ich durch diese wankende Zeit. Nichts auf der Welt ist so sicher wie die Unsicherheit. Ich habe Angst, meinem Glück zu vertrauen. Manchmal fühle ich mich wie ein Staubkorn zwischen den Sternen. Manchmal packt mich die Kälte wie eine gewaltige Macht. Doch dann kommst du und öffnest dein Herz, um mich zu umarmen. Du begleitest mich bis ans Ende jeder ausweglosen Nacht. Und du kommst und rettest
And as Monty Python would say, and now for something completely different. Konrad von Marburg, the role that I played, was one of the most charismatic preachers of the apocalypse that the time knew. He was her father confessor. He was her greatest helper and maker, as he made possible that she could do her work. When she was thrown off of this castle, because when her father died when he died in Siena, there were no such things as a place where you would put the duchess or the wife of the king. There was no such thing. They just basically kicked her out, and she was down in town and had nothing. Konrad von Marburg came from Marburg and talked to her brother-in-law and said, you must give her some money so she can live. And with this money, he founded all the work that we know. He founded the first Elizabeth Hospital with her. She worked at it until she died, taking care of the lowest of the low, helping everyone. Konrad von Marburg, but was a the end of the world type preacher, very dramatic, very, if you don't believe the way I believe, you're lost. So, I have the pleasure of giving you his sermon. In the musical, Konrad von Marburg has a Sunday service, and he says, Elizabeth, I would like you to be here before the service. I would like to explain the Gospels to you. I would like to talk through what we're going to be preaching on. Elizabeth was here in this castle and not down in the church where he was, because she had to go, yes, thank you, sir, no, sir, thank you, sir, to a bunch of dignitaries, the way politicians have to do that. Konrad von Marburg, who only believes in the law of God, is very upset and said, you should have been here. So at the end of the service, he's finished, she comes running in. He looks at her and goes, you know, I was done, but I've got one more for you. And he says, the end of the world is coming. For all of you out there, listen to the signs. For the history buffs under us, the interesting thing with this German text is that it's a paraphrase of one of the only extant end of the world sermons by Clairvaux from that time. And the composer paraphrased it, so it's very interesting. It is actually the words that were spoken at that time, sort of, because it was naturally a different type of German. But this is what he says. The end of the world will come, and it will come for all of us. You must be prepared. Elizabeth, be prepared. You out there, be prepared, for the end of the world is coming. Wenn euch euer Seelenheil lieb und teuer ist, müsst ihr diese Welt als einen Ort der Prüfung sehen. Denn nur wenn ihr das Schandmal eurer Laster büßt und läutert, könnt ihr der Verführungskraft des Antichristen widerstehen. Denn ich sage euch schon bald, wird sich das 7. Siegel öffnen, dann ist die letzte Phase unaufhaltsam eingeläutet. Und da wir alle Sünder sind, so hört mich an und glaubt mir, ich bin der euch die Zeichen deutet. Kriege werden kommen und eine große Hungersnot. Die Sterne fallen herab und der Himmel färbt sich rot, wenn die Sonne sich verfinstert und auch der Mond verglüht. Dann ist der Tag gekommen, an dem die Zeit hier endet. Ich prophezei euch, das Ende der Zeiten steht bevor. Seine gewaltigen Wunder sind seine teuflische List. Könige und Fürsten wird der Teufelssohn bekehren, die ihn durch sein Blendwerk als neuen Gott verehren. Tempel wird es in sündigen Gemenge, wie die Hure Babylon in sündigen Gepränge. Doch dann wird der ein und wiederkehren, in Dämon zu vernichten, und er wird jeden nach seinen Werken richten. Spieler, Blender, Leuchter, jedem Laster auf dem Licht, Diebe, Kuppler, Fleischessünder und dergleichen Schandgezeugt, alle Missettaten und Verderbtheit wird er bestrafen. Am jüngsten Tage scheidet er die Böcke von den Schafen. Ich prophezei euch, das Ende aller Zeiten steht bevor. Das Heer des Teufels steht bereit und öffnet sich das Sonnentor. Dann wird die große Drangsal über alle Völker kommen, und Reue der Verwüstung, keiner wird entkommen. Ich prophezei euch, das Ende aller Zeiten steht bevor. Und wen durch sein eitles Schweben ewige Verdammnis packt, der fährt durch den Weheschlund in die Stadt der Schmerz hinein. Er wird im Kreise der Verlorenen todbedeckt und nackt, bis in alle Ewigkeit gequälter Schatten sein. Aber glaubt mir, Gott kennt jedes Lamm unter 1000 Schlangen, und ein jedes wird zur Ruhe der Glückseligen gelangen. Am Ende öffnet unser Herr die Schleusen seiner Gnade und nimmt seine Auserwählten mit an seine himmlischen Gestade. So geht hin im Frieden des Herrn. The next, before last number takes place in the Paris Opera, where very fittingly I say to Kerstin, no more talk of darkness. Forget these wild-eyed dreams. And here, nothing can harm you. The phantom is far away. And he says, don't worry, it'll be okay. No more talk of darkness. Forget these wild-eyed dreams. I'm here. Nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom. Let daylight dry your tears. I'm here. Nothing will harm you. Kerstin, that's all I ask of you.
Say you share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word and I will follow you. Share with me each night, each morning. Say you love me.
You know I do.
Love me, that's all I ask. That's all I ask of you.
This is actually the last piece. Just look around, look at this room. It's unbelievable to be here, to see this. Do you know that the exact replica of this was built in Neuschwanstein? But this is the original.
Die Nacht war neu, die Stimmung war freundlich. Ihr bliebet hier, wir spielten auf. Was Altes, was Neues, träumten den unmöglichen Traum. Heute Nacht im Schutz der Dunkelheit, die Welt da draußen hat uns gleich wieder, doch hier versteckten wir uns gut. Es gab kein Hetzen, kein Träumen, der unmögliche Traum. Heute Nacht, hier im Schutz von diesem Haus.
We would like to thank you for being here on this evening of song and of wishes and of hopes and of dreams. I hope you had some memories and had some fun and had a good time swimming along in this current of life with us. My name is Chris Murray. This is Kerstin Löcker and Hannes Schultz. We would like to thank you for being here.
On this night, here in this night.
as her encore, Kerstin would like to grace us with I Don't Know How to Love Him. It is about Maria in Jesus Christ Superstar, a role that I have actually done 16 productions of, as Jesus. In this song, Jesus has just had everyone tearing at him, and he's so upset he just faints. And Maria, who's never encountered real love in her life, goes, oh my goodness, I don't know how to love him. I know how to do the motions, but I don't know how to love him. Kerstin, Löcker. Okay, we better make this the last one or I'll get in trouble with the kitchen. they told me you have a wonderful dinner at 8. So, play fast. Stars. I would like to sing for you Stars. It's the role of Javert from Les Mis. Sterne from Les Mis. And Javert says, by the stars that I was created with, I swear I will never ever stop fighting for what I believe is right. And by the stars I swear it.
Dort, außen im Dunkeln, ein sündiger Flüchtling, heillos und wild, heillos und wild. Gott sei mein Zeuge, ich werde nicht ruhen, bis sein Los sich erfüllt, bis sein Los sich erfüllt. Im Schatten findet er Schutz, doch mein ist der Weg unseres Herrn. Dem, der folget dem Pfad der Gerechten, hilft er